I remember you telling me how good Auston Matthews was the full 2 years before he was drafted.
Yeah, it wasn't hard to see for me anyway. As a coach, you're sensitive to. You're very. Dave will tell you, you're very sensitive to the qualities that matter, and it's not. Everybody's wowed by the skill. Flipping a puck, shooting a puck, skating fast, but it's those burning. Those intangibles that add up to make Patrick Kane great, Auston Matthews. All the great players have lots of intangibles, and he had it at a young age. That's for sure.
And Dave Poulin just made the comment that he thinks there's more room to grow for Auston Matthews. Do you agree with that?
I agree completely. You watch him and he's so athletically gifted. He's so athletically talented that and our sport is one, there's so many different skill attributes to our sport. Every hockey player knows if you take a week off, your skills, you go back on the ice and you're like, oh my God, I got to get back at it. There's so many skills that are in the game that will fall off just days after you stop training them. So flip that to the other side, which means you're never going to be able to master all of them. But when you have an athlete like Auston is, there's always room to get better. And then you couple that with his competitive fire to do just that. You've got the perfect dynamics involved in that. So, he will get better, I'm sure, through his career. He'll keep adding to his game through his career, and that makes it exciting for everybody that's watching him.
Donnie, you spent 4 years with the National Development Program, then a year at the University of Wisconsin, and then back to the pro game, 2 years with the Hawks and now with the Sabres. What drew you back into the NHL at that point?
Very simple. A guy named Joel Quenneville. That was tough to leave Tony at Wisconsin. I had a conversation with Joel when he was looking, to add a coach to his staff. I had worked with Joel in St. Louis for 5 or 6 years. I was the American League head coach while he was the head coach of the Blues. So a quick conversation with Joel. I was pretty excited. Tony was very excited as well because Tony had a chance to work with Joel in Colorado with the Avalanche. So very tough decision to leave Wisconsin. Very easy decision to jump on board with Chicago with Joel there.
And what about the challenge now in Buffalo? Because you're jumping into a situation there where, the Sabres have underperformed in recent years, and fans are getting impatient. The media is getting impatient. That's going to be a hot seat there.
It is. Our business is. There's a lot of hot seats in our business, isn't there, Gord? No question. It's a great. The things that I love about it are we have some, incredible. We started talking about Auston Matthews. I had a chance to work with Jack Eichel, and he was every bit as exciting to work with and to be around every day. I could whatever I said about started with Auston, ditto with Jack. Ike's has an abundance of athleticism and skill. He's already extremely effective at the NHL, but there is no limit to what he can reach, really. And then I'm very excited you add that with Rasmus Dahlin in the back end and a bunch of other young players. And I think we have a great mix here in Buffalo. And obviously coming from Chicago, that was, that had some different challenges. It was a 3-time Stanley Cup championship team that was in a transition phase. And, those are very, very difficult because you're trying to gauge, okay, what do we let go of that we're very, very successful at and turn the page on? And what might we hold on to? We're just kind of going through a storm here. And so you're searching for a new identity, but your identity was so darn strong, with winning 3 cups. Here is different, but exciting in the sense of these guys are hungry. There's no, do we hold on to anything? It's full go. And you talk to the players. I'm meeting players one by one. Each guy I talk to here in Buffalo with the Sabres, you walk away from the conversation, you're more excited because they believe.